So what do you get in Scottsdale for up to $800,000 as a single family home? Let's take a look at that, right? So I had this interesting conversation with somebody the other day, and they were looking to buy a home. They wanted to be in Scottsdale specifically, and they had criteria like many people do when they're looking for a home. Now they hadn't been here in a long time, so they weren't really sure, what values, what their budget would look like. And while they've looked on Realtor.com and Zillow, and there's just a lot there, and they really just kind of wanted to have some help with somebody walking them through it. And then of course not just finding the house, but also negotiating, and buying a home in Arizona is different than other places. So they reached out to me and said, hey, would you be able to help us? And I said, absolutely. So what I do is every time I meet with a prospective client, we have this consultation, and part of that consultation is taking a look at the market, right? And I always give them that backdoor viewpoint, if you will, so that they can see from the professional side of things just what's available on the MLS and kind of where we can start our search. We're not limited to the MLS, of course, with my clients, but it is where we kind of start our search and set our criteria, because I want to help to educate them and show them just what's available. So this is kind of what we take a look at here. And you'll notice here, when I go into our MLS, we have over 18,000 properties that are currently for sale within the AR MLS. Now, of course, they're looking in Scottsdale. They're not looking everywhere in the valley. So I'm going to select the town of Scottsdale, and that brings us down to, out of 18,000, so we have over 1,700 properties available in Scottsdale. So that's quite a bit to look at. And I think this is in part the confusing thing when you're online and at some of these websites. It seems like there's just so much available. Maybe you don't know the communities all that well, so you don't know where things are. It's really helpful to go through this exercise. So now we know that we want Scottsdale, and if you remember, we wanted 3 bedrooms. So let's see how many of these homes have 3 bedrooms. Oh, that brought it down quite a bit. We're looking for 2 bathrooms. And I forgot to put in single family home. So let's kind of go there. That's up here. Single family. Okay, we're at 1,057. We're still looking really, really good. We wanted a 2-car garage, so I'm going to select 2-car garage, 974. That's awesome. And then the pool is important to them. It's important for a lot of people, particularly if they're going to live in Arizona full time. They want that pool because, one, you can enjoy it for pretty much all of the year, but you also want to enjoy it because oftentimes you want to be able to cool down with the heat as well. So we wanted a private pool, not just a community pool. Some people like the community pool because it gives them the ability to not have to worry about the maintenance side of things, right? But they wanted their own pool. So from 974, great. We still have 728 properties that we can look at. The only thing we didn't do yet was the budget. And if you remember, the budget was a max of $800,000. This was a purchase price, so when we look at the pre-approval, we want to make sure that they have the down payment, closing costs, and everything that they need, and we factor this into kind of what their payment's going to look like, as well as what the actual sales price might look like. So, we're setting our list price budget at $800,000 because that's really kind of where they're capped. Oftentimes I expand that price point just a little bit because depending on the property, there might be the ability to negotiate, whether it's seller paid closing costs or even the asking price. So let's choose 800,000 and see where that brings us from 728. Now we have 46 homes that we can look at. And when we look at where these homes are, a lot of people don't know this, but Scottsdale is very large geographically, so it's not really very surprising to see that there's this many homes available, and that's pretty good. You'll notice there's different areas within Scottsdale, so if somebody is familiar with the area, oftentimes they might say, I want to be in North Scottsdale, or I want to be in Old Town, or they may even say, I want a specific subdivision, whether it's Greyhawk, DC Ranch, Troon, Terra Vita, etc., McCormick Ranch, Gainey Ranch. There are a lot of different subdivisions that offer different amenities. And then, of course, I have the ability to narrow down on that as well. So if you found this exercise helpful and you'd like more information about buying a home in Scottsdale, or quite frankly, anywhere in the country, I would love to help you or connect you with one of my business partners from around the globe. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.